downtown Tempe, downtown Phoenix. And the lines are a bit, you know, meandering, but
Yeah.
And
The principal for a day, the company that partnered with Loma Linda, I believe they gave scholarships to some of the kids that were promoting from 8th grade.
I don't know.
these individuals are really engaged, and you know, a number of them, they brought the kids over to their offices,
Okay.
so they could see, you know what it's like to be in that environment, the things that they work on, and things they do, architects, engineers, contractors. You know, we think it was, you know, hopefully it gave a spark to some youngster to think about what they could be in the future.
And just parting words on the educational concept as it relates to the Discovery Triangle. What we know that and what the people who are working to promote the Discovery Triangle know, that without a sound educational system within that triangle, that families are not going to move in. And so we've been coming together for several years, and the 7 districts are Phoenix Union High School District, Tempe Union High School District, Tempe L, Balls, Creighton, Phoenix L, and Roosevelt. And at the time when we came together and started talking about the importance of education and how could these 7 districts who, for example, we had a partnership with West Ed and the Ellis Foundation at that time, and there were different partnerships going on in the districts, but what could we as 7 districts do to unite and to support the concept of a fine educational system? And so the focus came on STEM. And so from that point on, that's what the discussion has been. And at our meetings, not only are there superintendents, but there are people from Gateway Community College, from the Arizona Science Center, from multiple groups who focus on science. There's retired engineers who have access to a school in Tempe that was closed down.
A little over the top.
Yeah, they are. But they do have some opportunities for kids to go on field trips to learn some of the concepts of physics. At one point, again, the University of Arizona Medical School is within the Discovery Triangle, and probably about a year ago, the conversation was that medical students were preparing to provide CPR training to middle school students. There were other organizations, medical-based, that were providing lab coats and microscopes and other things to middle school classrooms. So the whole focus was how could we promote science and math and the STEM subjects. The conversation also with Pearl, who was the facilitator, we started to look at algebra and how many 8th grades within the Discovery Triangle had the opportunity to have algebra in 8th grade. So they have been real important discussions as we work together to improve some of the opportunities for our students, even in the way of field trips. So we feel that there's a lot of things emerging. There's websites where teachers can go on and get information on people in the field who will come and work with their students, etc. So it's kind of in its infancy, but there should be opportunities within the next year where teachers could align to their the work that they do, provide those opportunities, those field trip opportunities for students also. So again, it's growing just like all the other components are growing, and something really profound could happen there. The Helios Foundation is involved, Expect More Arizona, so there's lots of people who are coming together to promote education in the STEM area. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, and you know, again, all these people that have assisted us and given us good advice and counsel, I don't think we'd be as successful as we have been, and we'd be happy to come back next year and give you an update and progress report, or if at some point in time you want to take a little tour and see what's you know, on the ground and what's happening, give us a call, and we do that too. it's really a lot of fun. And I think it could have a profound impact in this community and think about ways that develops in the future that they never thought about previously. And we can't sustain ourselves the way we were going.
And just my closing remarks would be that, again, about 2 weeks ago, principals and people from the community came together to just think about what had happened this year. And so Papago, Jeff Geyer has a really strong community partnership going with an organization close to Papago School, and also Eric Dupin has a strong relationship with Phoenix Children's Hospital. They were the partner group. So there were representatives from both the industries and from the schools having that conversation. So thank you again.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Have a good summer. Did you let them out during the summer?
July.
They let us out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Excellent. Okay, let's move on to our personnel issues. On A, approval of student expulsion. Dr. Bogner. No information. Is there any discussion from the board?
Move the governing board approve to expel the reference student.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Is there any commentary, discussion, questions? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Motion passes. 8B.
Move the governing board approve to expel the reference student. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any commentary? Okay, I have a question. In reading the personnel file, the recommendations here, and this issue was on theft, I was wondering if any other students were at any time in harm or placed in any sort of danger.
No.
Okay, and then another question I had on this, it said, so I guess I want to understand this case better, but it mentions that the student had entered the teacher's pod. Is that a classroom? Is that, what's a pod?
Papago School, there are workstations on each floor for the teachers, where they, it's basically in lieu of having a workspace within the classroom, and they went into one of those workspaces.
Okay, and then it references CDs, a laptop, computer, charger, and some candy. Was there a laptop as well that was taken?
Yes.
What's the computer charger? What's that mean?
It's just the
cord?
The cord
Okay, and a laptop.
and the laptop.
Were these items recovered?
No, they were not.
Okay, I have no further questions.
Part of what played into all of this was the reaction both of the students and of their families in terms of cooperation in trying to resolve this issue, as well as past behavioral issues in both cases that moved the school. We had a long discussion with the school about whether to move forward on this, and those considerations were part of the school's recommendations for expulsion.
And also, just sharing with the board, pardon me, I definitely want to empower our educators and leaders to make these decisions, and we support them. I also want to make sure that we're supporting our students, and it's easier to make these decisions when other students are placed in harm's way. So this one's a little more challenging to me.
That's understandable. Was there a discipline history on both of the students? Or just
I'm trying to remember which one. One of the histories on one of the students was much more significant than the other one.
These are both second graders, is that? I I guess we're only discussing the first one, but legally. Sixth grade boy. Any further discussion? Is there a motion? It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying nay.
Nay.
Motion passes 3-2. Item 8B, sorry, 8C, it's a different student, same situation. Is there a motion?
Move the governing board approve to expel the reference student.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No.
No. Motion passes 3-2. All right, personnel, 9C, the approval of the 2012-23 compensation program and revised ancillary salary schedule. Dr. Boyle?